Hello, I'm Pastor Mark. I'm interim pastor at the Community Church of Glen Rock, New Jersey. This is Community Church Conversation number 36. And because Memorial Day is right around the corner, I felt it appropriate to talk to my son-in-law, Marco Paez, who was a lance corporal in the United States Marines and a sergeant in the Army National Guard. And he's got a perspective on what Memorial Day really is. Thank you for joining me, Marco. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for
One of my pet peeves is people say to me, "Hey, happy Memorial Day." And we kind of treat Memorial Day more or less like the 4th of July, Independence Day. We forget it's about people who've died. And that makes me upset. We need to remember these folks and their families. So, Marco, tell us about some of your history as a Marine and where the U.S. government sent you and what are the things you saw when deployed?
it's a long story. Uh, well, I enlisted in 2000, ran into the Marine Corps. Did 3 months boot camp, and then additional 3 or 4 weeks of infantry training and infantry school at Camp Lejeune. Um, and then after that, went to military. Another school was for mechanics and driving for the Marines, and then I deployed with them. I did first year was in Okinawa. I did an operation there. It was a peace operation. Operation Down Throne was with the Navy. I went more of a peace operation. We go to Thailand and all that. But then the following year, in 2002, that's when the war broke out in Iraq and the invasion. And it was, I believe, January, February of 2003. So I got deployed there. I was there for almost like 9 months. Uh, and then another 3 months in 2004. So
Okay, and you were what, a truck driver, a mechanic? What were
both.
you doing?
I had two MOSs. I was primary mechanic though.
Hmm.
Um,
Now, does that mean you were like far back from the front line, or were you near
I
where
was support. I was supporting the Apaches, the aviations, with Third Marine Division, Third Marine Air Wing from San Diego. We're all deployed from Camp Pendleton. We're all on Third San Diego and Camp Pendleton, 2003. So I was support.
how safe were you? Were you near where the shooting was?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was there. Like there was a lot of Army support, like cooks. I heard cooks. The girl with the POC, I forgot her name, Shelly or something. She got hostage. Um she survived though. They
You
when
were,
the
you
cook,
were,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, the army was getting like attacked on the convoys, and they were. I mean, I don't know. They survived, but us Marines, um, I was the we got attacked too, like on the convoys and the firefights, a little firefights here and there.
Mhm.
Uh, I saw a lot of explosions, a lot of bodies on the side of the road, uh, a lot of poverty. I was living on the road. Like I said, I was living on the road, and here and there on tents. We used to live in tents too.
So, okay, so you saw bodies on the road. Were these people that you knew, just strangers? Were they?
Yeah, yeah. As we are going through the convoy, tanks explosions and things like that. Uh, uh, like rolled over vehicles. Pretty much like the trucks were all like charcoal. Pretty much they were burning and just left there.
Mhm.
So
Wow. How old were you when you saw all this?
18, 19.
Ugh.
I was like hitting 20, gonna hit 20, 19, 20.
When I was that age, I was acting like a complete moron in Western Michigan in college. I can't imagine being in the situation at that age where it's life and death all around you. Uh, How did you cope with that going on around you?
It was hard, but that's what I at the time that's what I signed up for. I mean, I knew I was gonna see it.
Hmm.
So my dad told me he was like, you're going, you're gonna see something, you're not gonna your active duty, they're gonna send you anywhere.
Sure.
So
Yes. You are one courageous guy volunteering to do this. And you mentioned the bodies, the vehicles along the side of the road. Is that what we saw on the news? They called it what, IEDs or something?
yeah, at the beginning, yeah, firefights or ambushes, we call them, like they were just getting ambushed, or like we went through Baghdad. I remember I heard my truck. It was a Humvee. We got hit by shots. I don't know what kind of caliber. My friend, it hit his windshield and it went through it barely hit him. So he got like in his ear or something, like it was an ear wound or something. So he passed out because he was panicking.
Hmm.
I was shooting. I started shooting. I don't care. I didn't know where it came from. I started shooting. Everyone started shooting, and we just kept driving through. Uh,
What was it you were shooting? You had a rifle? What did you
I
have?
don't know. We're shooting in the, like he said, like I saw a shot like come from that area. So we shot. We kept shooting and we just came through. We just went. He goes, Martinez got hit. Where did you see the? Where'd you see? He's like, so where'd you see the shot come from? I didn't. I was like, I was gonna say, sir, I didn't see it. We were just driving through. We're going slow. We can't. There's people like stopping us, like people getting inside of the road, women, men, old children. I mean, old children, old people, or they use kids as bait because they used to stop us, and we had to go around them. We were going to the city, and they saw us coming in, and that's what they do. They put the camels and donkeys in front of us, so you can't speed.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now you mentioned
So you can't
Martinez.
hit them. So
Sure.
they we had to take the decision to sometimes even drive through it. Like we're not gonna lose. We're not gonna the whole platoon get killed or a company
Yes.
and everybody else in the back. And just so that was one. That was two. And another firefight in the desert. We didn't know where it was coming from. I thought it was in the nighttime. So it was like sleep deprivation too. We were just
Sure.
eating MREs,
Yeah,
and
you weren't at your best, I'm sure.
yeah, cigarettes, MREs.
Hmm. So what you were, this friend of yours, Martinez, got hit. Did he
Mhm.
survive?
Yeah, he survived. He's good with me. He lives in California,
Oh,
San
really?
Francisco.
You
Yeah,
kept in touch?
yeah.
Okay, good. And there's other people deceased that you didn't know along the side of the road. Did you know anyone who was actually killed that you knew?
Yeah, I forgot his name, but we did a memorial for him. We had to put I'm bad with names. I know the last one was recently in he deployed in Afghanistan. He got Sergeant Oliveira. He got killed by an IED in 2011 in Afghanistan.
Mhm.
So that was the beginning of the war. That was just the we're getting ambushed in IEDs. And they're putting as they look like you think it was a rock driving through the desert, but it was an explosion or car bombs. Car bombs was the main thing. They
Ah.
just put a and just drive through it and they just exploded because they knew you were coming. They didn't put no people or anything. They just put artillery rounds in there and they rigged it with the explosives TNT and they could use it with the detonator or a cell phone.
Mhm.
So we did all this every day. We were just living like on our adrenaline. Like you know, um,
I just can't imagine what living like that is like
and
and how difficult it must be when you get back home to get off that adrenaline and to cope with these horrible memories you had. I mean, most of us don't have memories like that, like you folks do.
yeah, I try to forget it when I get back. Now it's just like
Mhm.
uh, now going to the VA and talking to it about it because I when I came back, I got to back get out, did the operation in Iraqi and during freedom, two deployments, and I went back in again the reserves, but I didn't see no. It was just reserves and down in Red Bank.
Mhm.
But then I said I just wanted to get out and just. But I went back in again in 2012. And I couldn't get in the Marines because of the age. I was what past like 28 already.
Ah, okay.
Uh, so I went into the army. So I went infantry in the army,
Mhm.
and yeah,
How well does the military care for the families of these folks who've been killed? Do you know how well they do that?
they get a pension. They must have a benefit. They for the spouse and all that for the widows.
Mhm.
There is a the VA gives. I mean, pays for that. I mean, your husband died. Sergeant Oliveira died in 2011 Afghanistan. I know he has a brother and sister.
Mhm.
If he's married, I think he was married too. I think so for the rest of his life. You know, if his wife is gets the benefits. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but
Hey, she deserves it. Yes, absolutely. We need to take care of our soldiers. And yet, I know there's always the backstory about how many homeless veterans there are and how many self-medicating PTSD people we have. Is that just news hype or is that real that some people haven't been able to make the adjustment back home?
mm, yeah, I have a friend that got out. He was a veteran. I committed suicide. He was from the Marines.
Oh,
Yeah, he was a play. He was a. We found out because my friend he stayed in the Marine Corps. He became a sergeant major.
mhm.
He did 8 deployments.
Oh, that's a lot to try to forget.
Eight
That
deployments.
is, that is. But I thank you for telling me these stories because other people need to hear them. Because Memorial Day, yeah, I'm hosting a picnic, yes. But it's not just about picnics and it's not about sales at stores. We need to remember these people who died and we need to support their families. And folks like you who come back with these horrid memories, we need to be there for you as well. You deserve the support of everyone. So to wrap up, you tell me what I and other civilians who benefit from our warriors, how can we best be supportive of you and repay you for what you've done? How do we do that?
Just a handshake and a thank you for your service. That's how.
Really? That's all? That's it?
Yeah, I mean, and the therapy with the VA.
Okay. Are you getting the help you need for your bad memories at the VA?
Yeah, again, they
Okay.
just gotta. What you said, just keep keep on pushing. Keep on. Every day's a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the Ken Burns Vietnam series. Did you see that?
No, that's another documentary. No, I
Yeah,
haven't seen so many documentaries.
that was like 10 parts.
Oh,
It was very meaningful for me because Nam was going on in my childhood. I grew up with all that. And this one gentleman, he was contemplating suicide. He had his gun out and he's ready to do it. And he hears his dog whimpering at the door to come in. And he realizes without him, the dog will die. And he stays alive for the sake of the dog. He needed a reason to go on living. It was very, very interesting.
that's what they asked me in the VA. Well, people are not easy just to. It's hard. People, families, you'll suffer, but just gotta be there for like your father. My father and mom were always there.
Yes,
I want to be there for my family too. You just can't
of
give
course.
up on. be
Your
selfish. In a
boys,
way, I can't be selfish.
your boys need you. Yes.
Mm.
And I like having you around too. So if life's getting tough, call me. Or better yet, come on over and talk to me. Okay? Hey, thank you for your service to our nation. And
Thank
thank you for agreeing to tell these difficult stories to me. And thank you for sharing them with everyone who watches this. They
Yeah,
really need
the,
to know what Memorial Day
it's
is.
the people that didn't make it back, or the ones that are here, made
Yes.
it to stateside, and they couldn't say anything, or they didn't want to. They want to be like less of a man, saying that I got this kind of problem, this and this and that. So, like my friend, he committed suicide. I don't know who else did because we lost touch from the Marine Corps, but that's what I found.
Ah, that's horrible.
Yeah,
And yes, I do know my godfather killed himself in the summer of 1980. And I still feel guilt for that. I should have been there more for him. Yes, it's not easy. But thank you. And thank you for reminding us what this day is supposed to be. Had a little picnic and a retail shopping spree. God bless you.
thank you, sir. Have a
You're
good night.
welcome. Good night.